I don't Ralph. In the back.
Sure.
Marissa, did my two get in? Did Austin and
I want to make these statements, but all the hearing devices are on this side of the room here. There we go. Well, it's 11 o'clock, so I guess we'll call the meeting to order. First order of business is to approve the minutes. There are no additions or corrections. I move to be accepted as submitted.
Support.
Any additions or corrections or deletions to those items? All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Finance reports.
You will find your finance reports in your packet, starting with your capital fund parks division. You will see currently there are no projects moving in this division. You have a current year appropriation to date of $26,401. You have remaining budget appropriations for $79,204 with a balance available for future projects at $140,669. Moving on to your operational fund, you will see revenues coming in about 16% as opposed to expenses coming in about little over 1%. Again, the parks are not currently open, so you will start to see this fund as well as your capital fund start moving a little bit more as we move through the summer months. So your cash on hand right now is just under $111,000. If you have any questions, I will attempt to answer those.
On page 2 of the report, it says cash 110,941.85. Page 1 says 146.69.10. Is the 110,941.85 what's available, and the remainder is the 22%?
So what you're looking at, when you're looking at page 2 of your packet, are essentially the capital fund. The capital fund is for the projects that take place within the parks, various things that you've approved on your capital fund. And on page 3, that's your revenue expense for your operational funds. So those are two separate funds or accounts,
Okay,
excuse me.
very good. Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay. Questions? Nope. Park updates.
Good morning.
Morning.
We're, as she had already stated, we are not open yet in the park, so this update will be pretty short and sweet here. At Bicentennial Park, we've been working on, we have one seasonal worker working currently. Been working on repairing the split rail fence on the south side of the perimeter of the park there. It's in a pretty bad state of disrepair, and we have plenty of slats and posts to repair that on hand already, so there won't be any cost other than the labor involved in that. And been clearing some fallen trees from the trails there from the windstorms we had. You're going to hear a little bit later on about the grant-funded musical project at Gerber Park. We have received the, I guess it would be the framework for the Story Walk project. That's currently in our shop. I'm waiting for some planning with that entity. I'm not sure exactly what that looks like at this point, but and then we'll talk about getting that installed this year. And we have quotes for the pavilion roofing project that we're going to take a look at here in a minute. And we're getting quotes for the pavilion electrical project at Gerber Park as well. That's the park that we've chosen to focus on this year. Everything else is just kind of waiting for the weather to clear up and to be able to get into those areas. Everything's still pretty wet. Haven't really had any luck getting very far in the parks so far this year.
Okay, thank you. Questions? Request review Graper Pavilion roof bids.
Excuse me. You will see in your packet that you have two bids for the Gerber Pavilion roof. The recommendation before you, and again, this was all approved on your capital plan for 2025. The request before you is to approve to have the metal roofing installed on the two north pavilions by B Southwell Construction, not to exceed the price of $8,965, which is $8,150 plus an $815 contingency to come from your capital fund division.
Okay. Yes,
Just out of curiosity, two bids, roughly $10,000 apart. Do you have any understanding as to why?
The last time we did a parks project, these were the same two roofing companies that we used. And the bids were very close, so I assumed that they'd be very close as well this time, and they've come out, as you can see, very far apart. I don't really know the rhyme or reason to that. Southwell's the company that we've been using, and we figured the bid would be right in that area, so I'm not sure why all of a sudden the other company has jumped so high, unless they're starting to see some increases in their materials from some of the things that are going on in the economy here. But yeah, it's the same product and the same measurement. So yeah, I'm not really certain as to why the difference is, but we'll definitely take the lower number for sure.
Yeah, certainly.
somebody's got a lot of work ahead, they don't care.
That could be.
Yeah. So,
I'll move to accept the quote for and forward it to commission for not to exceed $8,965.
Support.
which one was that? Discussion. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
For clarification, this does not have to go to the Board of Commissioners, as this is a capital project. So this committee has full authority over the capital fund. That division.
I'll amend the vote then to accept the bid for that amount.
Thank you.
Okay, we'll try it again. The motion is to accept the $8,900 bid. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries. Okay, updates and other business.
As you know, we had our community development coordinator applied for a My Neighborhood grant through MISTA, in which the county was awarded approximately $75,000. And that we are using that grant, to add some musical equipment to Gerber Park. I'm now going to turn it over to Ms. Zisk to kind of give you an update on where we're at with the equipment as well as the grant.
Good morning.
Morning.
So last year, when we submitted for the My Neighborhood community amenities, we were one of 11 counties or districts that received community amenities fund. They no longer do that, so it is really a privilege to have received this. We received $75,000 in a grant for the equipment for Gerber Park. I can say this is so exciting, and I cannot wait to go visit this park when the inclusive musical instruments are there. The equipment has been ordered as April of 2025 with a contract signed. It includes I listed the different instruments that were included in the bid: mushroom surface, tenor tree, harp, lily pad cymbals, turquoise flower, my favorite, the indigo butterfly, tune drums, concrete pad, sidewalk, and installation of musical instruments onto concrete pads. Included in this are some photos with the contractor of what the equipment will look like once it's there. There's some different views, as you can see, that it's very, very exciting with that concrete pad to be around it, and is a great addition to Gerber Park. I have advocated that when I have been in meetings with Mishta, that the community amenities come back, because it would be great to have different parks with the equipment in different areas. And other communities that receive that have the same feeling. So it'll be really exciting when it is finished, and cannot wait till that happen. Does anyone have any questions?
You're gonna put that on the north side?
Is that the north side?
Yes, that'll be the north side, coming off the parking lot there in between the pavilion and the parking lot. So it'll be an easy access for anybody who might have some mobility issues.
If there's a few things there already.
Yes, yep. There's near there, there's the volleyball courts there, horseshoe pits, they're all on that north side. And then the south side's more of a nature area, so we wanted to kind of leave that as is, so
Well, Mr. Gerber would be pleased.
I hope so.
He used to give local kids rides in his wagon before it was a park.
Mhm.
You have the cool kids over and driving around. Very good, and I approached him and said, "I'll make sure this goes on when you're gone." He said, "Absolutely." And he said, I'm gonna beat it to the county right now so that I can enjoy it too.
That's awesome.
And then after that, he couldn't drive his tractor anymore, so he gave that John Deere to the county. He was a good guy. He was a good guy. And he liked to raise sweet corn. Sweet corn to sell it. Oh, these pickup truck. Yes, Janet.
Just would like to add, as well as Deputy Superintendent Van Enzy indicated regarding the story walk, we do have the framework, and that is a collaborative effort with Great Start Collaborative through Lenawee County and through the ISD. So that framework, if you will, is in. It's being held at the Building and Grounds building. And we will be putting that up. And if you recall, looking back, and Jen, could you go back maybe to one of those pictures of there, thank you. So the plan right now is to possibly walk that. And when you see those green parts come out, that's green space that's not being utilized in between each of the musical instruments or play areas, that one of the storybook walk will go in there. So children will be able to walk this circle and read while they play on this musical play area. So we're trying to kind of keep that together with both this kind of academic component as well as this musical space. That'll be fun for children and families to walk through.
Nice.
Time schedule. Just as we get the stuff, you put it in, or is it gotta be in 90 days, or is there time area?
I don't believe there's any time constraint necessarily. I did a site visit with the representative from Sinclair a week or two ago. And he said that the equipment is readily available. It's just a matter of getting their team mobilized. So I expect to hear from him in the next few weeks and get a start date for that. So I don't think it'll be too awfully long before we get that project rolling, so.
Are you a part of it? Do you have to install it, or they'll install
This is all inclusive. They will take care of everything for us, so.
it? Well, hats off to our girl over here. She's done a really outstanding job, and we appreciate it.
Thank
For
you.
sure.
again, speaking with Mishta being 111 communities that received this grant, we're really trying to hope they bring that back, but they stated that as soon as this is in the ground, especially with the storybook, they would like to really highlight that as one of their projects to really bring awareness to the community. We're hoping that this is by the end of summer and so we can get the grant executed and paid and everything will be completed.
Yes, Jim.
So, I mean, do we have a tentative date that it would be completed? I mean, if the equipment, within the next month will make it here, do you think, or? You have no idea?
Yeah, they said they could get the equipment, 2 to 4 weeks. They're looking at the time for the equipment. So it was just working with their schedule to find out when they could get their crew started and then order the equipment to accommodate that schedule. So I don't have a date as to when it'll be completed, but it'll definitely be done before the end of the summer. That's the only information I have at this point. So.
Any other questions? Yes, Shannon.
There is a little bit longer lead time on some of those storybook fillers, if you will. So that might be a little bit longer before we get those, and they might come a little after some of this play equipment. But by the end of the summer, we should have the entire project complete with the musical equipment as well as the storybook walk.
Good. Okay. Other questions or comments? Everybody's waiting for public comment. Pretty quiet.
Oh,
Yes.
just one question. So you got one summer worker already?
Yes, we currently have one employee that has started, and then once the weather dries out a little bit and we can actually get in and run the mowers, then we'll have another employee start. So
Have you got that candidate ready to,
yes,
okay, so we can put them to, and that's what we'll have for the summer is 2 interns?
yes, yep, we'll have 2 for the summer.
Okay.
Okay. Other comments? We're down to adjournment.
So moved.
Support.
Mr. Daly, would you like to support it?
Oh, I did. I'm sorry. Yeah.
Better to have 2 than none. I didn't hear it. I'm
Oh,
sorry.
you're fine.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carries.